Hello students, again I am DR Shah with you with the second video of the topic email, section E, 5 marks, question number 62, format. So in the earlier video we have seen the two types of the emails. Now let's see the format. Well, basically the format is common, but you can make more or less changes in the format. The basic format I have drawn in this board is absolutely according to the 11th standard commerce textbook base. Students, as you can see, first of all there is an instruction that students, when you are attempting an email portion, better begin with the new page in the answer sheet. Student, first of all make a box. First you need to write the three options while you are composing an email. Send is the first option. Save draft. As you know in the email that it's automatically gets saved in draft. Then the third option comes discard. Students, it is not mandatory to write this one send, save draft or discard, but that will definitely give you a good impression. So if you can remember and learn, then do write send option, save draft and discard. Now we come to the main basic points. First of all, from. So in a from, you'll have to write the email address of sender. Generally it is also not mandatory, but yes, if you do write, you'll get a good impression. Yeah, and you can score better. Students, there comes to, which may be given in the question in the examination, to whom you have to send an email. So it means here you have to write the email address of the recipient, whosoever is receiving an email. There comes CC and the other option BCC. Well students, CC and BCC, you should know the full form, what it stands for. CC has the full form carbon copy, whereas BCC is having the full form of blind carbon copy. Well, these two options are obviously in the electronic email, but as you know that we have this educational purpose, so we need not to write anything over here. But yeah, if we do mention CC and BCC again, gives a good impression. CC and BCC, you need to just put the dash, but yeah, need to mention, give you good impression again. Students, there comes after the most important part of an email. It is called subject. Well, in the question you're already given for the what purpose you're going to draft or compose an email, so you should initially mention the subject. There is a hint. Students, I suggest subject is an important part of an email, so please do go with ing verb. Please do use ing verb while writing the subject. Suppose if you are inviting your friend on the marriage ceremony of your elder brother, so inviting you should begin with. So mind well, subject should begin with ing, will be easier for you. Students, so up to from send to subject, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 parts. Okay, these all carries 2 marks. These all up to here carries 2 marks. If you do write this well, perfectly, you will be definitely given 2 out of 2. Students, later on we'll also see how to make email address and how to write. Now let's come to the other point. Students, again, if we go further, we can see I have made a logo for attachment and also I have drawn browse. These two things again are not mandatory, but yes, if you do write them with the logo, attachment and browse. Again, you'll have a good impression. Well students, as you know, in an email, we generally attach photographs, documents, videos, etc. etc. So, why don't we put here as the logo with attachment and the browse? Students, thereafter comes the main part. It is called body of the email. There where it begins with the salutation, dear. I made a space because students, dear after, you need to mention the recipient's name. Recipient name, whosoever the person is receiving. It means whom you are addressing this email, you need to mention his or her name over here with the beginning salutation of called dear. Students, body of email basically consists with the three things. First, introduction. Well, whenever we are composing an email and when we come to the body of an email, obviously we begin with some good sentences. There comes matter in detail. For whatever the matter you are composing an email should be clearly mentioned, but in a brief, not in too much length, as you have to bear in mind email is a part of a format. So please try to conclude or accomplish it into a single page. There comes conclude. Students, at the end of an email, there is a complimentary clause. Yours truly. See, or you can also write out the three more options as I mentioned. Instead of yours truly, you can write yours sincerely, or yours lovingly, or yours faithfully, whatever. Then, after that complimentary clause, you have to write down the name of sender. It means your own, because you are composing an email. So, whosoever is writing an email should have his or her name over there. Students, as you have seen, I have mentioned 2 marks from send to subject formation. Now again, from dear to the body of email, again you will be given 2 marks. So means 2 plus 2, 4. Email carries 5 marks. So the last 1 mark is most important. That is for complimentary clause. That is only for complimentary clause. Well students, please do make the appropriate format box for the email body. Do write these things and you will be given separately marks, not entirely 5 marks, but in 3 separate portions, 2 plus 2 plus 1. If you do write this all correct, you will get 2 marks. If you do write email body proper with the proper salutation, you may be given 1.5 or 2 out of 2 full. And for this complete complimentary clause, you will be given separately 1 marks. So you can easily score 5 out of 5, or maximum at least 4.5 out of 5. So students, I hope you have gone through well for the email. Now we'll see the written few of the examples of email, and as you have seen in the first video of email, how we tried to make the email addresses for sender, recipients, and how many parts. Students, do learn well. All the best. Thank you.